What's up, all you party goers, and welcome to another episode of Party Bonus, a sketch comedy podcast with a tinge of horror, where three indie writers and artists pause from their spreading misery and mayhem to spread messages of love and laughter in this concrete jungle we call life. That's right, this is our Eat, Pray, and Love moment, guys. This is Party Bonus, and I am Zach.
Hi, this is Party Bonus, and I'm Tony Stark.
Oh, shit!
I'm a Party Bonus, and my name's Shonifer.
And together,
In a way, we're all Party Bonuses.
we are all one leg of the trifecta of Party Bonus. And we are here to party up!
Hell yeah, let's go.
Hey guys, how we doing? What's your party bonus for this episode? Talk to me.
I had a fantastic dinner that I made of penne pasta with fire roasted tomatoes, tomato sauce, onion, pepper, and hot Italian sausage. And then my own personal Italian seasoning blend, which includes Syrian Aleppo pepper. So I just, man, it was so fucking good. I'm like really channeling my Italian heritage. I'm opening my Italian chakra, and I'm like becoming one with the cuisine.
Is this your moment under the Tuscan sun?
This is my moment under the Tuscan sun.
Of living life big. To eat, pray, love. That's fantastic.
Yeah, maybe the Sicilian sun, because the dad's side of the family is a bunch of Sicilians, so.
There you go. Okay. Just as good. Just as Italian.
Sicilianos.
Sean, talk to me. What's your party bonus for this week?
My party bonus for this week is virtual violence. I love committing it. I've been doing it all day. There's this game called Hard Bullets. I think it's called Hard Bullets. I don't think I'm messing up the name of it. It is.
Yeah, for legal reasons, he's talking about video games when he mentions virtual violence.
It's virtual.
My lawyer has advised me to clarify.
That does not include virtual bullying.
They just look like general soldier mans. So man's in there. It's not really that fair. Anywho, it is ridiculous. It is like you can. The videos I saw of it on TikTok before I went and grabbed it were people like punching knives into people's faces from across the room and like breaking people's legs and making them smell their own feet backwards. It's a pretty hilarious virtual violence affair. It's kind of a slapstick Steven Seagal scenario, if you can imagine. So,
man,
I'll report back. I haven't quite figured it all out yet.
Just had a mental image of Steven Seagal getting folded backwards,
smelling his own feet.
Well, I mean, great call for the Steven Seagal, because I do have the pictures of those cheesy arm breaking scenes from his movies where it's just him like karate kicking an arm and it just twisting in half like an L, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Steven Seagal just did that!" And instead nowadays you got videos of him akimboing, aikidoing around a group of dudes who are like doing magical flips from him touching his fingers to them. Slap.
Right, that kind
Slap.
of Aikido. Okay, cool.
Slap. And they
That's
go,
what he's doing now.
and then they go flying.
And then they go flying.
But I mean, Hard Bullet, and just the name brings a very Steven Seagal-esque picture to my mind. So I think that really hits the nail on the head, is what I'm saying.
A hard bullet implies the existence of a soft bullet, and I don't think that exists.
Yeah, I'm glad that, right from the start, like, oh, we're not playing with soft bullets. Not today. Not in this sesh.
We're not playing with paintballs.
They're all going to be hard bullets.
Oh, that's
What about you, Zach? What's your party bonus for this week?
Man, that's a great question. A lot of eats. I would say binging, food binging is my party bonus, because I have eaten my weight 3 times over in this weekend alone, and I'm not proud of it.
Right.
But
Yeah. So this episode is probably going to come out.
It does make me feel
months from now. We are recording this after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, to specify, this is after the American holiday, Thanksgiving, where we notoriously sit down and eat as much food as more than one human can consume in one sitting, and then decide later on that it's probably a good idea to throw some extra desserts on top of that, while we all reminisce about destroying an entire race of people to start this country and this wonderful democracy and leading nation of the free world.
Yeah, and then 3 hours later, your entire family blows up the bathroom. So
Yes,
You're talking about the
Exactly.
sexy part. That's called
they-
After Dark.
yeah, they
Thanksgiving
commit
after
World
dark.
War III on your bathroom.
uninhabitable, toxic waste for days afterwards.
It's like sitting in the splash section at SeaWorld.
Yeah,
And
terrible.
the
Don't
door
do
is
it.
just opening up, and you're
Inhumane.
just wafting all those shots of diarrhea that just came out of there.
Remodel the entire bathroom.
Now
Gentlemen.
we're talking.
I have a segment for y'all.
Oh boy!
I have a segment that I'm excited for. I'm going to go ahead and call this lightning rounds. Again, I'd like to point out to the listener that we are recording this on December 1st, so if this comes in February, don't be surprised. For us right now, it's the holiday season, and I'm going to have y'all give me some elevator pitches using the titles of horror movies as a jumping off point for a Hallmark Christmas movie. So, let me give a brief example. Let's say I gave you guys a Serbian film, which is a horrific film.
Great start.
You guys would have to come up with some kind of elevator pitch, just a couple of sentences. This film is about a woman on a business trip in Serbia who gets lost driving from the airport in a small town and meets the man of her dreams. There's a romance plot where she ends up deciding that she doesn't want to work at the business factory anymore. She just wants to settle down and have a family. And they have a wonderful holiday together. And that is a Serbian film.
Wow. Okay, so we have to take horror movie titles and turn them into holiday movie Hallmark.
Yeah,
movies.
exactly. Just give me like a blurb for it.
Okay. All right. Here goes nothing.
So let me pull up this list. I want to find one that's like easy at first. Here's an easy one. Five Nights at Freddy's. That will also be very good for our SEO.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah.
Or what?
Okay. I'm gonna take a minute to think about this.
Give me
Holiday
again.
movie. This one feels easy to me.
It does, and I don't want to get too generic and too.
Well, but no. That's the point. Like, Hallmark movies are generic bullshit. So make the most generic, tropey bullshit. They all end the same way. They all end with a woman deciding she doesn't want to be a working professional and instead wants to settle down and have a family.
Right. Absolutely. No,
On a
this is
farm.
very true. So I got the makings of one right here,
Okay, let's hear it.
but I'm trying to get it into a good elevator pitch. And I'm trying to clean up that first act, because there's a problem with the third act, there's a problem with your first act.
We've got semen all over
It doesn't
them.
have to be a good elevator pitch. It's not going to be a good movie. So it could be bad.
Elizabeth is traveling home for the holidays.
Oh boy.
She hasn't seen her family in a very long time. And she's very excited and she's anticipating to get back to her family when her travel plans fall through. Her flight gets downed, canceled, and she has no other option but to take a bus. This is like a planes, trains, and automobiles situation.
Okay.
And Elizabeth takes a bus that breaks down near this guy's place named Freddy.
Right, he taktakes her in because she doesn't
And he
have a
takes
place
her
to stay
in.
the night.
She doesn't have a place to stay the night. And the next 5 days are 5 days that she'll never forget and that will change her life forever. And it's
There
this
we go.
magical moment. Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's Five Nights at Freddy's.
This
I like it.
magic moment.
Exactly.
Did you have any ideas for that, Sean, or are you?
Mine was when you started doing it, I was like, were you thinking of Home Alone too? Because I was thinking of Home Alone. When she gets in the car and John Candy was like,
Yeah.
woman.
Okay.
Home Alone kind of is similar to Five Nights at Freddy's a little bit. Like, now that I think about it.
Now I'm
It's
kind of
still
pissed
a
I didn't
horror
see it.
movie. It's just Christmas themed. She misses her flight and she has to get home. Let's say she forgot her kid or something at home for the holidays on a trip to Florida. Let's just go with that off the top of my head.
Yeah, because that was my thought, is that, like, you know, her car breaks down middle of nowhere, and there's not really, like, you know, there's one motel around, and it's called Freddy's Motel, and she has to stay there for 5 nights, and she falls in love with the bellhop or something. Decides
go.
to settle down in this small
damn.
town.
Damn.
I was trying to cook up a name that he would have that was polka related, but Freddy with the same consonant sounds. Why can't I think of the fucking word?
I'll save you guys some time. The male love interest in every Hallmark movie is named Jason. He may not always be
Okay.
named Jason, but he looks like he's named Jason. You know what I mean?
That
They
makes
all
sense.
look like that.
A Jason, a Chad,
Yeah, or a Chad, yeah.
Keith,
Or a Blake. Something white
a
sounding.
Blake. Toby would be
What are
pushing
things
it,
associated with polka? What do you associate with polka?
Weird Al. That's about it.
but like,
I need an F.
would like sauerkraut sassafras work? Does sauerkraut fit with polka?
Sauerkraut fits with polka. 100%.
Sour-
I'm gonna
Sauerkraut
give you
sassafras.
guys. I'm gonna give you guys a challenge, and I want you to think about it. You don't have to do this.
You're
If
asking
at
me to
some
think.
point
Stop right
you
there.
can work Weird Al into one of your pitches, please do.
Well,
I want to hear it.
He fits in. He fits into this perfectly. We have a Weird Al. We need an instrument for Weird Al that starts with either an A or a W.
An instrument,
An instrument,
What
like a
about-
musical one.
or like a
Plays an
musical
accordion.
instrument.
I was gonna say, what about his accordion?
Yeah.
You need alliteration. They're in a polka band. You guys don't understand the art of polka.
I have no idea where polka came from. I don't know what you're talking about. dude.
Because we're going,
That's
along,
what
we're
John
going along
Candy
with the
is.
Home Alone and the John Candy and his polka band and Home Alone.
Polka, you know, polka.
I see.
polka.
Okay, it's been a while
The
since
Kenosha
I've
Kickers.
watched Home Alone. I'm gonna give you guys a new one, and I think this one will be a little bit harder. Night of the Living Dead.
I wanna.
Oh, fuck me.
I wanna figure out French Fry Freddy's band, including Weird Al Yankovic. I don't think
Who,
I
of
can
course,
come up with
make an appearance in Night of the Living Dead.
Are we making a lightning round rad lib out of Five Nights at Freddy's Hallmark movie?
We can't get stuck on Five Nights at Freddy's. It's the lightning rounds. We got to move on.
All
We're
right.
in Night of the Living Dead. Let's go. Let's go.
Swipe it.
Come on.
Go.
What's really sad is the first thing that's popping in my mind is Nightmare Before Christmas.
I mean, the titles are similar.
Kyle's grandmother just died. And he's always been really close to his grandmother around Christmas. Unfortunately, she died around Christmas, and her funeral is a couple days before Christmas. But at this funeral, he happens to come across his cousin's girlfriend and falls in love with her, and it's love at first sight at the funeral of Grandma.
At your grandmother's funeral.
So, at his grandmother's wake, he falls in love, and he's trying to navigate this love triangle with his cousin's girlfriend and their failing relationship, all the while skirting his broken heart of his grandmother and the loss of her during this precious time of year. Night of the Living Dead.
And they find comfort in each other. It's the Night of the Living. See, I was thinking like maybe it's a romance with like a guy who watches a graveyard. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Okay, but so I mean,
It wasn't where I was at.
So, are you saying he falls in love with a corpse?
No, I mean, if you want to do some kind of monster fucker route, then by all means. But I'm thinking like
Necrophilia who falls in love with the dead
Hallmark
body
movies
in Christmas.
To be fair, they can get weird sometimes. Like I remember hearing about one that Vanessa Hudgens did that she wrote, where it's like some medieval knight who travels forward in time, and then there's like a love thing with them. So if you want to get a little weird, like if you want to put some zombies in it, I'll allow it.
Hallmark has not shied away from the weird at all. We're talking about sexy Colonel Sanders. We're talking about, you know what? I'm not going to go.
No. Sexy Colonel Sanders is that's Lifetime. That's not Hallmark. That's different.
Okay, if we're splitting hairs, Dev, then yes, it's Lifetime.
Listen, I watched it.
But I think it's all.
You motherfuckers have it, but I have.
I think it's all born of the same sin.
Yeah,
it all originates from the same evil. So
same dark human impulse to create shitty movies.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Kate and Leopold. That's like the whole story you were talking about right there. Dude from the past comes forward, falls in love with a woman in like New York or whatever. Meanwhile, So
I don't know. I think maybe your idea of like grandma's funeral, but like added bonus that one of them is like the guy who works at the cemetery, and that's Night of the Living Dead.
So it's the guy who's the guy who is the graveyard digger for the girl's grandmother who died.
Yeah, there you go. Right on.
He's also helping to officiate the wake, and that's when he sees her, and he's like, it's slow motion, and he falls in love as she walks in with tears rolling down her face, wearing all black, crying.
It's the most goth shit I've ever heard. You got any ideas, Sean, or are you just vibing over there?
Wow. No, I was trying to think about mine while simultaneously listening to and trying to be additive here. Mine is Barbara comes back home from the big city in western Pennsylvania, back to her small town graveyard for a classmate's funeral, one of her best friends from high school. She lives with her city boyfriend Johnny, who is, we can see from the beginning, a very brash character. This guy's a real jerk. She pulls into town. They go to the wake. She sees some funny business happening in the background. We cut to Ben being raised from the grave by a necromancer. Like,
necromancer.
What is not culturally relevant to anybody on Earth, and went with fiction instead. So a necromancer raises Ben out of the grave.
We're going hard fantasy.
Yep, she goes back to inquire about what business they have crawling out of the ground, and Ben is a former classmate as well. A hot ass corpse. We're talking.
He was the football quarterback before he died in a horrible accident.
A horrible accident, and one of his arms was kind of like separated in behind him. But she takes him to all these, so they go to catch up, and he's just doing corpse stuff, Weekend at Bernie's style. But we keep seeing her with Johnny.
That's like Christmas version of Lisa Frankenstein. Have you guys seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's actually a really cute movie.
I had another pitch for that because I was going to say Barbara is back coming. Barbara comes home to her family for a weekend, and her family, her father is a mortician, and that same weekend happens to be her high school reunion, and she was a big nerd because she was the mortician's daughter as a kid, so she's afraid to go back. So she happens to see a cute dead body that's being embalmed in her dad's basement, and so she weekends at Bernie's him to the reunion, so she looks a little bit better, at least having someone on her shoulder. But in actuality, he just looks like a sloppy drunk the entire time.
Yeah, no,
which
she
so
gets
happens
him...
to work in her favor when the old high school prom king catches her eye, like, oh, you happen to be a lot, because he happens to notice a stumbling drunk on her shoulder, and he's like, I could be that stumbling drunk one day.
No, I have an extra.
It's a real
for
John
that.
Hughes flavor,
Well,
80s
what's the-
rom-com with a dark edge.
There's a requirement if you're going here, and I'm gonna keep you honest to it. There has to be a scene that is. Why don't I have words tonight? It is a montage of them getting the corpse ready to go to the high school reunion, to the dance.
Right, because her dad's in on it.
So they have a montage
dad
shot. They're
helps her.
doing like trying on clothes and do it or whatever. We're doing a whole like, what's the Seth Green rollerblade movie?
Airborne.
We're doing an Airborne. He's just like trying
Airborne,
on clothes.
baby.
We're cutting other stuff. We're doing, get them all ready to go. Trying to fancy them up for the
Yes.
old prom.
I'm Too Sexy is playing.
When the music like
background.
starts to fade a little bit, some dialogue comes in and they're looking at him and they're like, I don't know. Ben is just not, he's not making the cut here. What do we need? What is up? And they go up to the corpse. It is a shot. She walks up to him, turns around, it's her and tight on his face. She reaches forward, grabs his glasses, takes them off, and boom, Ben is beautiful. He's ready for the high school dance.
I was gonna say they like take his hat and tilt it a bit, and they're like, "Okay, he's ready now. He's
Nope, you got to take the glasses off.
good."
Gotta be the glasses.
The 80s trope.
Very 80s, indeed.
The long
All
stare
right,
into
we're
his
moving
eyes.
on.
Oh, there is a slight twinkle in your eye.
We got to keep
Your
going.
dead
I want to
eye.
give you guys a really hard one.
Oh God.
The Texas Chainsaw
Okay.
Massacre.
That's a Hallmark movie.
I can do this.
As a Hallmark Christmas movie. Let's go. You got this, guys.
All right. So, what are... Shit. I can't remember any names from... Hold on, I'm cheating. I need to look at IMDb to see what names are from the actual movie.
Do it. The only thing I got in mind right now is the war for Christmas is on, and Santa is going to war with Krampus, and Krampus is coming out of the Earth, Texas, and Santa loses his hand and attaches a chainsaw to it.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
goes fucking berserk. And he's got his elves, like the people from Mad Max, who are just like getting shiny and chrome, like, witness me. And
See, I would watch this if Hallmark made movies like this. I would watch that.
right.
I think,
and they're just driving these instruments of war made of candy canes and gingerbread.
Perfect. I love it. I think I figured a workaround. So there's a guy. He is a salesman for woodworking supplies, and that includes chainsaws. Somebody or something breaks into his shop and just destroys all of his chainsaws. And this guy lives in Texas, and that's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, no, wait, no. I've got a better one. This is genius. Holy shit. It's a love story between two detectives in a small town who are investigating the Texas Chainsaw Murders. And that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that's the name of
In the
case.
holiday season.
Yeah. And that's how they meet each other. So they're both working on this case, and at first there's like conflict on who's going to solve it first. But eventually they get sort of shoehorned by their circumstances into working together, and they grow closer. And then as Christmas Eve comes around, you know, they realize that maybe we don't really care about this case anymore. Maybe we just care about each other.
That's what brings them together in the end.
Yeah.
It's
I'm a fucking genius, dude.
Same detective trope where it's like the lone wolf, like, I don't need no partner, and they just clash over the case with one another, like, you're just brash and you know, fuck you, and then the other person is too organized and planning ahead.
Right, yeah.
Whatever.
Polar opposites.
Polar opposites.
I'm a fucking genius, man. That was an excellent idea.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot motherfucking toot, baby.
I will toot my own horn all I like, man. I'll hype myself up. I'll hype other people up. I love being a hype man.
I am my greatest fan.
I gotta be, because I'd rather do that than hate myself, so...
If I won't, I'll just hate myself.
It's a legal move. It's a legal move.
Right. I feel like I totally just, like... I kind of steamrolled you guys, so if you had any other ideas you wanted to present or add on, feel free.
They came into this fully loaded. They knew what they were doing.
Guns ablaze. Guns akimbo.
I got one. Well, I've got two
Did you have
more
something?
for you. Do you want an easier one or a hard one?
I would like an easy one.
All right,
I'm
easy
a
one it
bitch.
is. The Conjuring.
Oh,
What if I
that's
didn't
not
see
easy.
The Conjuring?
You can conjure anything, you know. Like conjuring something is a verb. Like maybe it's hard because it's vague. Maybe that's the reason.
Right, yeah.
I think I need a stricter rule set. So, oh no, wait, it's a Hallmark movie. Fuck.
You know what? If we want, we can switch to the other one I had that I actually had an idea for.
Okay.
Yes,
Are we
no?
doing, yeah. I'm willing to try it.
All right, Nightmare on Elm Street. What do you guys got?
Okay. This one might be a little bit easier to craft. But I don't want to
Yeah, the
make
title's
it
more
same as-
specific, isn't it?
A little bit. Like The Conjuring was like,
You could just take you.
I tell you, I think if we have one for either,
You could just take
Yeah,
a
go for
Christmas Carol.
do it.
You could just take a Christmas Carol and just change the title of it to A Nightmare Before Christmas.
That movie already exists.
I know I'm
3
shortcutting
Nightmares
because
on
I
Elm
don't
Street.
know how to do this this relative exercise.
Or is it 4 Nightmares on Elm Street? Because he also sees his former business partners. I don't know. Anyway.
It's like a yes ending of a movie title into another
Yeah.
movie.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I can give you mine and you can work off it as a starting point unless you got something.
I kind of got something.
Go for it. Go for it. Shoot.
God, I fucking hate myself. I'm gonna stick with the same names we've been using. Barbara lives at home alone.
Right.
She's not married, not dating anyone.
Nancy's
She
the
just-
main character in Nightmare on Elm
Yes.
Street.
And she lives on Elm Street. And it just so
Right.
happens one night that there's a snowstorm. And she gets
Oh, boy.
snowed in. And she can't
Right.
get her car out to go to work. So, in her moment of dire need comes her new next door neighbor, who was a young strapping lad who had just moved in recently. Recent widower who's just released himself back into the wild and chanced over to his neighbor's place to see if she was okay in this terrible storm that's come through. And so, in this nightmare of her trying to get her car out and her slipping on the ice, falling and hurting herself, here comes her knight in shining armor in the midst of this whiteout, rescues her, brings her inside, and makes her a hot, warm cup of cocoa. And nurses her back to health.
Baby, it's cold outside, plays, and then there's a...
I'd like to get out of my house now. No, but I'd like to stay.
I'd like to make one quick addendum, because these romances always have like really stupid angsty stuff in them. So I think if we want to like have some sort of angst, if he's like a widower, maybe he's like super, super honorable and he's just like, no, I can't find any other love. It'll never be the same. But then as the weekend goes on, his heart opens up to her because she's just so special.
Exactly. He's
I was going to do
honorable.
the arranged marriage line.
Ooh.
Where,
feed us that one a little bit.
So Nightmare Before Christmas is one where...
You mean A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Oh, Christ. Now I'm really fucked up. I'm losing all the names. Nancy has an arranged marriage, has for a period of time, arranged by her rich mother, Sally, to a... What is Johnny Depp's character's name? Glenn. It's Glenn. I found it. It's Glenn. Thank you, Google. Glenn. She is slated to get married to Glenn as of a significant period of time off screen. And no, I'm reversing it. I take it back. She is arranged to marry Fredward, a lovely janitor with whom she has a storied past. It's her absolute dream romance. Christmas is coming up, so is the wedding, and it is going to be a soiree of holiday cheer. And Glenn pulls in another rich family, the Capulets.
Oh boy!
And they take Freddie and they burn him. And they say, "Well, you can't marry Freddie anymore because he's dead as shit. Now you have to marry me, Glenn." I didn't work any further past that. I don't know a lot of Hallmark movies.
You're getting there. I feel like then there'd have to be like an arc where they sort of... Yeah, they sort of like learn to like each other. They start off just like getting to know each other as roommates, and then
it's not so much a nightmare anymore.
Yeah, it's not as much of a nightmare. I tell you the idea I had.
Glenn's all right.
There's a big street, a big boulevard thoroughfare in a city that's called Elm Street, but it's got like 7 lanes and all these malls and stuff on the sides. And during Black Friday, there's a big traffic jam, right outside the mall. And there's this woman, Barbara, we'll say, and there's this guy, Blake, and they accidentally have a fender bender in the middle of this traffic jam that they're caught in for hours, and so they have to get out and they talk to each other, and that's their meet cute. And then in a shockingly creative move from the Hallmark Channel, the entire movie takes place in this traffic jam. And by the time they're finally out of it, they've found love, and they're planning on moving to a small town and baking cookies for a living or something.
Running a small bakery of their own, finally.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's not a Hallmark movie already?
It might be. It very well might be.
Seems like it would be.
I hope it is.
I don't know about you, man. I don't know about you.
I don't know about you, but
maybe I've written some Hallmark movies and I've just never told you guys about it.
It's ghost written them. I knew it. I knew this all
rang
familiar.
I have to silence myself now.
It's really kind of amazing that Hallmark hasn't turned into one of those like vertical streaming television show channels that's on the internet.
That's
Have
true,
they not?
actually. With every, to my
Good
knowledge,
question.
no. But you would think with every other channel turning into a streaming service that Hallmark would have very well have done their own by now.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
but
seen
no,
those?
they
It's a
just post
whole
their shitty movies
season.
on Tubi and YouTube.
There are ones that are whole, like they look like TikTok, but it's a shoot that is like a TV show, but in minutes, and you have to keep paying for the episodes of them.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
Have
insane.
you ever seen that? A lot of them seem
No.
like they're fan fiction of like what's the sparkly vampire movie?
Twilight.
Things like
Yes.
that. What is the YA novel? Like fan fiction, sex fan fiction crossovers. It really seems like it's those made into a couple minutes of a vertical TV show that you buy for like per episode.
So
The
it's
internet.
just
This is
like
true.
50 Shades knockoffs then. Okay.
One after another.
But
Just
even worse.
like if there
Yeah,
was
see, there's
murder
not-
porn
that's not even-
with Hallmark flavor.
Yeah. Like you could have there's better fan fiction you could adapt. There's not- Why is it
Other
always
than-
the like trashy 50 Shades of Grey type of stuff that people gravitate to?
Oh no, the one
See,
that
what
I
I
saw
wanna
a
see-
bunch of was that
I
with
want to meet
werewolves.
somebody who's not a coward, who's not a fucking coward, and who's willing to adapt Anastasia Steele sexy times with Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, I want to see somebody who does that. Because I've read that, and it's hilarious, and I want to see somebody pull it off.
on screen, but I have to pay extra money for it. I'm willing
I
it to life.
honestly, it blows my mind that the fan fiction I'm referring to, which is titled 50 Shades Cucked, was free.
It was just getting its start. Needed its legs.
They're
The
like,
low,
you know
low
what, this
price
is.
of free.
They're like, you know what, this is such a gift. We're gonna give it to you for free.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
It was literally, I gotta read it for you guys
Tis the
sometimes, because it's
season.
literally just like a paragraph of like Christian Grey going like, you know, Anastasia's mine or whatever. He gets home, he sees something he could never have expected. Sonic balls deep in his wife. And that's how it ends.
Oh no. And then Tails walks out of the bathroom.
Knuckles is just in the corner, like,
With a cat of nine tails.
oh shit. You'd have to pay money to see Sonic's dong.
Oh, you don't have to pay money for that. You just need Google.
I'm here with my money for Sonic's dong. Give it to me.
Okay,
No.
for
No, the
real
streaming
though,
service just charges extra for you to see Sonic's dong.
never ever Google hedgehog dicks or echidna dicks. It's a big mistake.
Oh, it's,
Never
Too
do it.
late.
yeah. There's a lot of
I shouldn't have
good
said that.
fan art for Sonic Hedgehog and his dong.
As there
Yeah,
should be.
indeed there is.
It's a prominent pop culture dong.
Bunch of
You guys ever
veiny
played
blue
the,
members.
I don't know if this is like a older millennial or a younger millennial thing, but have you guys ever played the DeviantArt game?
No.
Have you heard of this? Oh, it's where you go on deviantart.com and Google and search your name Sonic OC and see what comes up.
Never done it. Never done
What?
it.
Hold on.
Okay, put it on the screen. Screen share it. Screen share it.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my
Oh, boy.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Oh tiny Jesus.
So
oh
I'm
my
going
God.
to DeviantArt.
You can also do it with your name My Little Pony OC.
Shawnee.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Sean. Let's not get cute with it. My Little Pony. OC?
Yeah, you got to screen share it on the stream though, because I want to see these.
I am so afraid.
I
I am both afraid and excited.
Mine's so boring. I did get a hit on DeviantArt. Hold on. Screen. What's it, cutting film?
What is that on?
What is that? The mark on there? It's called a cutie mark, right? It's called a cutie mark.
Oh,
Scissors?
scissors cutting film. It's like almost like a tramp
at that.
stamp.
Sean, your pony Sona is a film editor.
Right? It's like it knows I'm editing this fucking mess later, huh?
Hold on, I'm gonna try it
guy.
too. I miss playing the DeviantArt game.
You ever wonder why I'm
Now I
not
gotta
looking
go.
at the other cameras and engaging? It's because I'm staring at the audio levels, making sure nothing's cutting out.
Yeah, so oh boy, all right. OC stands for original character. It usually refers to a fan character that someone has made for a property they enjoy, but it can also just refer to like a character you've created in one of your own stories. It's become sort of a general term. But yeah, it started out as like a, here's my fan character for My Little Pony. It's my OC. It's my Little Pony OC. So that's what you're looking at right now.
That's
is
fine.
What's the name of the stamp again?
Which one? Oh,
name of the stamp.
Thing on there. Yeah, I think that's called a cutie mark, if I remember. I had a few friends who were
What's
bronies.
this cutie
so.
mark? Is it a double-decker
Hey.
bus with a vinyl wrap on it?
Is it? Wait, hold on. Those horses don't have tails. Do you see that?
Yeah,
They don't have tails. That's
No.
weird.
creepy.
These horses have been
I don't like
docked.
that.
They look like llamas.
There's something wrong with My Little Ponies.
What's wrong with My Little Pony?
What's that one?
Man.
It's
I'm gonna
like a
try
weenus.
searching up Dev My Little Pony OC.
Mine's kind of cool. I did Sonic though. Hang on. How do I screen share?
Oh, this one's actually pretty lit. Some of these are good. Some of these suck. Wow. Oof. Oh no.
That's my Sonic OC I just sent you.
My
let me
Sonic
check the,
OCs.
Let me My Little Pony this bitch.
Did you put it in the chat? Because I want to see it too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I sent
It's
it.
gonna come up on the screen in
So you
just
can
a
put it up on the
second.
Okay. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's my Sonic OC.
Damn.
He's pretty hard.
Zach. That's Zach from Sonic.
You know that he is carrying a switchblade in his back pocket that he's never
That's-
used before, other than to maybe dig a splinter out of his finger.
It's a comb.
Yeah, it's a switchblade comb.
It's a comb.
For his
yes.
hedgehog spikes.
Switchblade comb. Dude, I loved those things when I was a kid. Those were the best. Those were the best.
Great. They're the perfect fidget toy.
This is true. Let's talk about my Little Pony CO, because
So,
this homeboy's
OC.
banging.
oh yeah,
This
let me
boy's
download
banging
some
right here.
pictures of mine.
Listen, y'all don't want me in My Little Pony because I be slapping, okay?
I'd be slapping.
When Sean
I'd be
shows
tapping,
you this, I'm
I'd
gonna be
rapping.
bringing that My Little Pony realness.
Real. It's real.
I'm realness, okay? So sashay away, check me out as I walk away.
I'm gonna give you my fucking bitchin'
I'm
pony.
Goge. I'm fucking Goge. Gorgeous. I'm Doge.
He's gauche.
I'm gauche. I'm gonna take the Department of Government
To be
Efficiency
fair,
and turn
I'm
it
not
into
sure
a
why-
fashion phrase. I'm Doge.
Doge.
I'm not sure
I'm so
why this
Doge.
one came up when I searched Dev, because the OC's name is D, by an artist who goes by the handle Silver Romance. But I did put it in the chat, and not gonna lie, this pony is pretty bitchin'.
These ponies be bitchin'.
Oh, snap. She fire?
Pony
Dang.
away.
She got that purple fire.
She's cool as hell. Shout out to
She's
Silver
fat with a
Romance on DeviantArt,
PH.
but
She's got a cock ring on her backwards knee.
God.
She does. She does. Whatever it is, that's great.
You can give me one of them
Honestly,
gold ones.
controversial outfit choice, and I respect that.
Yeah, you know,
shawl.
she's going pantsless with nothing but just a tiny little, like, cape.
She's Donald ducking it.
Yeah. She's got a
Donald
cape
ducking
around her
it.
neck and then nude from the waist down.
She's sure cocking it. It's
Right
bold.
on.
Winnie the
Well,
Pooh in it out here.
Audacious.
I'm glad I introduced you guys to the DeviantArt game. And listener, if you would like to try this at home, you just go to deviantart.com and do the thing.
Share us your OC. Share us your OC characters.
Go to deviantart.com,
Yeah, oh,
put in your
please.
full name, social security number,
Social security
address.
number, bank
And your credit card
information,
number.
credit card.
See what
And
comes
those 3
out.
numbers on the back, don't forget those.
They need those for business.
I need them
Don't
because
forget
my
the full
OC
social
needs
security
them.
number,
My-
guys.
My Sonic OC needs your credit card numbers. You wouldn't want to
My
let him down,
Sonic
would you?
Chew.
Smash
My
that like,
Sonic Chew
subscribe.
needs your numbers. Please send them to Sonic Chew.
Sonic Chew. I was gonna say, if you want good Sonic fan media that is drawn in an atrocious art style but has surprisingly interesting story, check out Tails Gets Trolled. It
Tails
starts
Gets
off
Trolled.
weird and bad, but it turns into like a very poorly illustrated battle shonen with cameos from fucking Looney Tunes and like other media. It's really weird and trippy and fantastic.
Okay. Fair enough.
That sounds like a mess. I want it.
Yeah, you've actually probably seen panels of
Trolling
Tails Gets
Tails.
Trolled before because a lot of them have
Tails
become
Gets
memes. So
The internet knows about this.
The internet's so plugged in.
Do you get it? Because it's plugged in. Never mind.
I'm sorry, I've been working on my dad jokes lately. That one just kind of rolled off the tongue. I am not
I'm just here.
responsible.
I'm just
for
here
what-
supporting you.
the internet
You
is
bastard.
wired. Okay.
It's a series
And
of
both
tubes.
wireless. You know, I've been also kind of diving down the conspiracy holes lately, and I wanted to get into a deep dive
All right.
because one of those phrases that always kind of sticks in your head, sticks in your crawl, at least for me, has always been Bob's your uncle. You don't really hear that much here in the U.S. Not very big here, but obviously in England, it's huge. And I always wondered, who's Bob? And you know,
Is he
why
my
is he
uncle?
is he bobbing your uncle, or is Bob's my uncle? Is Bob your uncle? Because you know what the weird thing is? I do have an Uncle Bob. And that's kind of, you know, suspicious.
Yeah, I have two
You bet.
Uncle
I bet
Bobs.
you have an Uncle Bob. You have two Uncle Bobs. That's strange. Very
I'm
strange.
my own Uncle Bob.
So I put forth that Uncle Bob is a conspiracy, a government conspiracy, and Bob's your uncle has something to do with this conspiracy. But the question is, what? And what is the origin of Bob's your uncle?
Okay, I've
what
got
does
two
it
theories. One,
Hit me.
he's an SCP that can like replicate himself, and he's like a mimetic concept that materializes. Whenever you think about Uncle Bob, you suddenly have one, and it's like you've had him your whole life. Alternatively, the Uncle Bobs are a model of android created by the CIA or the NSA, both of them, to spy on people, and they want one in every
Same.
family because they have to know what you're doing at all times.
It was like the Alexa of the extended family unit before Alexa
Right.
existed.
It's the pre-Alexa.
Is he like
Uncle Bob with a VHS camera getting all the footage of the family holiday. Bob's a fucking narc.
Bob is a narc, or is
He is
like
the elf on your shelf.
Or is Uncle Bob like that old wives' tale that parents tell their children? Like, you don't stop misbehaving, Uncle Bob's going to come over. And he's going to have too much to drink. He's going to get too handsy with you.
And then he's going to start talking about the border wall, and then he's going to ruin
He's going
the
to start talking about the
dinner.
border wall. He's going to make everyone very uncomfortable at dinner.
It's Thanksgiving all over again.
Your mom's just going to sit there and talk about, man, how I wish he would just find a good woman and settle down.
Oh, man.
But
I think
your
maybe,
uncle...
maybe the CIA created Uncle Bob's to combat the gay agenda. Like, maybe there's just too many gays serving the gay agenda, and they have to push back on that, so they created everyone's racist uncle.
We're furthering our agenda. Listen,
I'm not, by the way, just listeners, so you know, I'm not saying that every person named Bob is racist.
But if he's Uncle Bob, then he's going to have an aspect of toxic masculinity. All Uncle Bobs have some type of toxic masculinity.
Are you hashtagging not all Uncle Bobs over there?
Not my Uncle Bob, not my Honky Bob.
Not my Honky Bob. You don't know
I should
him
also
like
specify.
I do.
I should specify too. Sean and I are brothers. When we were younger, we had a cousin who had a bit of a lisp and would call our uncle Honky Bob.
Honky Bob.
Which really stuck for the longest time for us. So that's almost like a term of endearment. But at the same time, this Uncle Bob character is, you know, for me, kind of jumps off the pages like this Project 2025 type person, where they're like, we have this new plan for America, and we're going to throw out the old America, throw out the old Uncle Sam. We're all going to give you Honky Bob.
You're all getting a Honky Bob.
Is like this new age right-wing incel with like fingerless biker gloves and like a thick Tom Selleck mustache and just baseball
all Uncle Bobs
sunglasses,
have a mustache.
Maybe a Nike visor, golf visor.
You know, like you were reminding me of, for whatever reason, something you said kind of reminded me of this used car salesman. Because you know how every city has one of those. We have one in Tucson whose name's Scott Lehman, and he is your dealer for the people. And he does some pretty insane stunts.
Is he running for office
like
too?
He did one called the Pickle Nickel Deal, where he wore a pickle suit and he said, "I'm in a pickle and you can drive for a nickel," where all you have to do is put 5 cents down on a car, which is sketchy as fuck. And so, like,
that dude probably sold a lot of cars.
Yeah, no, the guy fucking sucks, honestly, but his ads are funny to his credit.
Oh,
he had one, he's like, even if your credit is worse than my radio ads, and I'm like, wow, cool.
You know what? At least
self-aware.
I was gonna say, at least he's aware of it. He's self-aware, and that's half the battle.
Yeah, so there's your Honky Bob. He's a new age Scott Lehman. Says, I'm your Honky Bob, and I'm your dealer for the people.
Or maybe, you know, there's been this popular talk now of us living in this Matrix-like simulation. Is Honky Bob a program created by the Matrix to just keep us complacent?
I think, yeah.
My Honky Bob
I was going to say, is he the
all.
Morpheus or the Agent Smith? But I feel like he's more the Agent Smith, right?
Or is he
and like all the Uncle Bobs are all the other Agent Smiths?
Or if he's like if we take the Dune route, is he like a Gola and he's just like a replicated fake person who just keeps getting regenerated over and over again.
There's a template for Honky Bobs. Listen, there's nary a place in the Midwest where you can't throw a stone and hit an Uncle Bob, and soon they will be upon you with a pocket knife complete with glass breaker and seatbelt cutter that they got from the last gun show in the region.
Right.
They'll be upon you with their mustachioed faces, seething impotent fury as they've been
He
struck
rolls
with a
up
stone.
in a red Chevy truck from like 1996 with a box of his tools in the back that are just covered in dust.
It does have a Hemi in
balding
there.
mullet.
Let me answer before you ask. It does have a Hemi in there. I'm your fucking Uncle Bob. You just hit me with a rock. It is like
a rock.
that Uncle Bob is doing the solo in the bed of his pickup truck before he gets hit with a stone. doing the guitar solo from Like a Rock. I don't know how the guitar solo from Like a Rock goes, but it's probably pretty rad.
He pulls his guitar out from under his stack of 3 assault rifles and just
It is a guitar made
which
of
are
assault
not
rifles.
locked, by the way. They're just in the bed of his truck. Like,
He like tosses it out of the way and it accidentally goes off. It's like, poof, oh shit!
oh, whoops.
Goes back to his playing. Nothing happened out here.
Has one of those things that lets him play a harmonica while he's.
I got one, dude. I got one
It's
of
got
those.
a harmonica holder on it. Everything in the truck has a harmonica holder on it. Secretly,
He's
Even
got
his
the
assault
symbols.
rifle.
He's got the
He's
symbols.
got like a special mount on his gun that lets him play the harmonica while he's holding it.
He's got the cymbals between his knees and he's just clapping his knees together.
A one-man band chasing
drum.
people down the street. With...
Drum on his back, so he's just pulling his. Oh, he's got the string tied to his gun, so every time he fires it, it sounds like a double bass going off, like.
Right, yeah. The trigger activates both the striker on the gun and also a pick on the banjo that is on the gun's back.
It's just a massive, just this generation of just noise, a cacophony of just fucking.
of justice.
Yes.
It's like one of
Cacophony
those,
justice.
It's like one of those instruments that like the Who's play in Horton Hears a Who, except it's covered in guns.
Yes. The guns create different tones and different notes.
Oh, hold on.
Right, yeah.
Let me screen
You get
share
those special music bullets.
your
Yeah.
Honky Bob template.
Oh, is this
Oh,
is
boy.
oh hell yeah.
Yes,
Let's go,
this is
let's
what
go.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Okay,
So
we're
we
going
need
to
to
be
take
witnessing. If you haven't read the finer print of Project 2025, you'll see that they have their Project Honky Bob addendum in there.
You're gonna
He
send
is-
this episode to your Uncle Bob, right? You're gonna do that?
I don't fucking talk to the
We're
guy.
not on
no way.
talking terms.
We're not on talking terms. And you can probably figure out why from all of this, but
Fuck Uncle
Just
Bob.
show up in his Facebook DMs like, hey man, I haven't talked to you in 10 years, but we did riff on you for like 15 minutes.
Take that,
check
bitch.
this one out, buddy. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Good lord.
This is the Project 2025 plan to replace Uncle Sam.
Right. This is
Honky
Uncle
Bob.
Sam 2, the sequel to Uncle Sam, and he's
he's-
called Honky Bob.
And
Honky Bob.
he's blowing a bubble of gum bigger than his head
Ooh, ooh.
because he
He's
loves
a
that big
sassy.
he loves that big league chew.
Let's make it so it just popped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's the kind
It
of guy
looks like he's just spitting on somebody there, huh?
who's like, you know, Robert F. Kennedy is the kind of man that I would like to go have a drink with.
Ah, yeah. I could have a beer
I
with
could
Donald
have
Trump.
a beer with that guy.
You know, Robert F. Kennedy said it right when he said, I'm going to leave this dead bear here. And just left a dead bear in the middle of Central Park.
It's true though.
That's the kind of man I vote for. The man who's going to leave a dead animal in the middle of a public park.
Yeah,
Talks
that's what we're
about
talking
how
about.
modern country is terrible, but doesn't even get the fucking point of every Johnny Cash song he's ever listened to.
Don't take your guns to town, boys. No, we're gonna... Fuck.
What is...
Fuck that. Fuck reality.
Didn't any of these transphobes ever listen to A Boy Named Sue, ever? I don't actually know the content of that.
They
Just...
intentionally skipped that song. They intentionally skipped that song because it would hit too close to home for them. And they can't. They cannot challenge
fun fact,
their,
actually,
their
about
fragile
Cash
natures.
is he wrote a whole album talking about like Native American rights because he was like upset with how they were treated, and a bunch of the racist radio stations refused to play any of the songs on it, and he got like really pissed about it and made some billboards. But yeah, that's a thing that happened.
He billboarded about it. Then you saw him on the Billboard charts.
Damn.
Ironic, ain't it? Ain't it?
That's right. Man, Honky Bob, I would say Honky Bob is gonna have like some baseball style shields.
Well,
Shield sunglasses, you know.
some Jokeleys.
Some Jokeleys.
Yeah,
he's gonna
but
wear
like
you know he's
paired with like a plaid short sleeve button up and suspenders.
okay. Yeah.
Tucked in, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a very good view of that muffin top.
Keep track of everything you're saying for me right now.
You don't have to listen to all of our bullshit, I promise.
No, I do. I do.
I love his man titties here too. His undefined man titties.
Just hold on, these are like a yellow.
Yes.
A yellow here, and then they turn into like a red. Right?
Yeah.
That's how those go.
Oh, yeah.
They got like a
That's-
red
yeah.
fade.
Just gonna do this
Exactly.
real simple.
And he's like one of the yeah.
Yeah,
Those
Jokeleys. Yeah.
Sexy.
Now we're talking. Let's give it a
I
little
like
bit
how
more of a
he
rim
already has a receding hairline.
It was baked right in, baby.
here. I bet you started
It's
right.
it's
I
like
was gonna
you
say,
saw
don't
the
need to touch
figure.
the head. The head's fine.
You saw the figure in the marble before it was fully realized. It came out.
Unless you just gave it a little bit of a ponytail coming out the back. Like,
No, he's
like
Honky Bob,
rat
not Steven
tail.
Seagal.
He's got a rat tail that he hangs over his shoulder.
Ooh.
Like
Okay.
dangles like right. It's bad enough that he has the rat tail alone, but he has it braided so that it actually falls and it's long. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Yep.
that's.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Uncle Bob or is that millennial Uncle Bob?
Talk
Like,
about
is that Uncle Bob or
stance.
is that Uncle Bob at a Korn concert? You know what I mean? Like, which?
Ironically, at a Korn concert.
Oh God, no! Who is that dude? Who is that white? Who's that rapper from Florida with the really terrible haircut that James Franco parodied in a movie? Oh,
I was gonna say
Not
you're
Fred
just
Durst,
making him,
right?
but you're talking about the Peach Panther. I can't. Riff Raff.
Riff Raff. That's it.
My brain can't come up with words tonight. God.
No, it's okay. That you should. No one should be able to. He looks like a dude who went to a Riff Raff concert.
This is exactly it, except for like there's a
really bad like styling shaved in. Yeah, there you go. He's got like bling in his teeth, but for some reason he has a huge ass Tom Selleck mustache.
Peach Panther. What does the hat say?
I'm doing all right.
I know with the shades, it kind of looks like he's just vaping now.
Which is also
I
something
think
he
his
would be
hat
doing.
should say, "Women love me, fish fear me."
I was at a full-on
Yes.
choke at that. I need to give myself some air. Whoa. Say it again.
Women love me, fish fear me.
That's a lot of words.
And then like a Bass Pro Shop logo.
Oh fuck! I died. Oh no! You can give them. Oh damn! I don't even have the picture up anymore. I would show it, but I don't. I had a woman as a fish head, but not important. Shit. Yeah.
I like how you're not going to use the text tool. You're just going to write it.
I don't have a skinny enough thing.
And yeah, it's not even. Love is not even written out. It's just a heart. Women heart me.
Just use the text tool, dude. Just type it in.
You just put the text up here and then put a arrow going to the spot on the hat. Right here.
Right here. Oh, actually, that's funnier. Hold on. That's actually a hilarious way to do it. So.
It just says, yeah.
Hold on, I need a funnier text for this.
Oh, no. Instead of an actual heart, it's spelled out. It just says, women heart me.
That seems too small, huh? What's this little text box in here? Come on now. Okay. Type in the box. What are you doing?
What's in the box?
Is this
What's
text?
in the
This text
box?
is
Oh,
secretly
there it
dry.
is. Nice and big. Can't miss it.
It just says women.
This is what it sounds like when he's on
All
bath
women and
salts.
no fish makes Jack a dull boy.
Ipsum.
Women lorem ipsum.
Women
What is
lorem
it? Why is
ipsum.
there so much placeholder text in here? What is happening right now?
It doesn't
Just
stop. It's still
Control
going.
A and then backspace.
Stop backseat driving me and make jokes, bitch.
Well, I can tell you right now, we're definitely not going backwards through a satanic ritual spell here. This is not pig Latin that's about to raise the dead or anything.
This is what conjures the Bob.
Watch the moment you finish deleting all this Latin text.
gonna
Honky Bob is going to come out of the computer.
Yes. He's gonna climb out of the fucking page.
He's like, "You've released me."
Doloresita, man.
You read from the Necronomicon.
No, you read from Project 2025, which is just as bad as the Necronomicon.
You've released me, and now me and my brethren are going to go riot at a corn concert.
Meat.
Oh, what hell have we created? Women heart me, fish fear me. And he literally has a utility belt of vape capsules.
Ooh.
Just different vape cartridges. Like a fucking Batman utility belt.
Right, he takes it into Walmart along with his shotgun
With his
strapped to his
AR-15.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, wearing like a wife beater.
Wife beater, jorts, and an ankle holster with a 6-shooter revolver
Hell yes, let's go.
that he calls
yeah.
Pappy. There's my
That's
Pappy
like-
down here.
That's like the standard uniform for going to Walmart, basically.
Right?
Pretty much.
That's what you're supposed to wear when you go there.
Please say I'm right.
I just want to point out once again the stance that this man is holding is just bar none hits the spot.
Does it do
Yeah.
it for you?
Like the way he's kind of just doing that lean, like he's about to tell you something, but like his hand cockbacks slightly,
Nephew.
that it's almost like effeminate and flamboyant. Where he's like,
Yeah.
"Let me tell you, son. I'm gonna lay a little truth on you, son. Hey." As he look at he's got a badonkadonk that
He's got
hangs
a
out
Yeah.
badonk on
He's
his
forgot
trunk.
one
hangs
honky
out
tonk
under his
badonky
crotch.
Here's his holster for his vape pen.
Yes.
Accidentally
Yes.
puts a vape pen in his gun thinking it's a magazine.
And then he clicks, it goes down, and he just smokes out of the tip of it.
And it's just smoke. Just blasts everybody in Walmart with vape smoke.
Oh, Jesus. They think he's going to blow his head off, but instead he just sucks all the smoke out of the barrel of his gun.
The police show up, and he's so
Don't do it!
They show up and search him, and they find like 3 bricks of cocaine in the back of his truck.
Cherry bubble gum, my favorite cartridge. Clouds. Clouds of cotton, baby.
Hashtag clouds.
Clouds. Just
We really need to
ripping
design
fat
his
cotton.
pants out a little bit more here. But anyway, that's his
Those
vape
jorts-
holster.
Those
Yeah, it's gotta
jorts
be the
don't
jorts.
pass. Those jorts don't pass the knees. God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Jorts. Yeah, you're right. You're
The
right.
jorts don't. Yep. You keep them nice and high. He's riding
Real
high.
wide in the middle.
Real wide.
Real wide.
Oh fuck. That's great.
You gotta let them know they're denim shorts by putting in the power crotch
Right.
sewn into the middle,
Once again, baked right into it.
baked right into the jorts.
Do we still want the suspenders, or do we want to give him a T-shirt with some kind of graphic on it?
You know what?
I was gonna make a joke that is actually not funny to me. The fucking "Your Body, My Choice" T-shirt.
Oh.
Oh,
It was more like
yeah.
seething rage rather than
The
fun.
problem is, Honky Bob would definitely wear that. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you should draw it, but you're right.
That wound
I don't
is
really
still
want to. I
way
feel
too
like it's gonna
fresh.
make me mad.
Don't make me mad.
Damn it! I fucking hate Honky Bob all of a sudden.
Maybe you give a because I see this on like outside of the properties of various rednecks when I'm out driving. You give him a shirt that has like a target or like a bullet graphic, and then below it that says "I don't call the cops."
Yeah, I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty apropos.
Yep, that's what a crosshair is. That's exactly what a crosshair is.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a better
Right.
crosshair in my life.
I accept it.
And we're gonna do this again.
I accept this as truth.
That's text.
Dribble, yeah. Dribble,
It's
dribble,
text.
dribble. And for some reason, he does have suspenders over top of that. 'Cause why not?
Why not? Well, we've made the perfect man.
Well, I know who I'm looking for on the dating apps now.
Right. Swipe right on this guy.
I found him on Grindr. Which really, we've all seen him on Grindr.
Yeah.
They're usually the quickest one on dick pics.
Oh yeah, no, this guy sent you his album before even saying hi. Doesn't even put his name on his profile. It just says DTF.
DTF.
And then like the little eye emoji and an eggplant emoji.
And then little spurts of water.
Mountain Dew Code Red. You almost got that one by me. I almost didn't see that.
What? Where did Zach go? He just disappeared.
Just disappeared.
He was going to buy that T-shirt right now. I don't call the cops. I
Right.
call your mom. God. What kind of shoes are we putting on this bad boy?
Converse. Do we want to do Converse, or do we want to do those like big chunky skater sneakers?
Ooh, them rallies. See if I can do an artist rendition of those shoes. Gotta get them extra puffy for you.
Except they're like knockoffs, so they have some like typo in the brand name or something.
These look like Sonic shoes.
Yeah. That's this guy's secret power, is he turns into Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a multiple personality thing where like he's cool, badass Sonic the Hedgehog, but then like by day he's like this horrendous, awful man who says racist things at Thanksgiving.
Who will not shut the fuck up at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And the entire family for years now, we've been trying to figure out how to turn him back into Sonic, because we love Sonic.
Everybody loves Sonic. This Honky Bob character is not it. Not it.
I've been reading Who Censored Roger Rabbit lately, and I'm just thinking of this guy as like a tune.
He's coming to get you, Bob, bro. He's a real Fred Durst about it.
Oh, he listens to Limp Bizkit. For sure he listens to Limp Bizkit.
Unironically listens to it.
Yeah. Unironically, he's got a bumper sticker on his Chevy truck that says "Keep rolling."
What? Boy.
Yeah.
Women heart me, fish fear me.
This is the thumbnail of the video. You know that, right?
I think what America needs and what Honky Bob needs is bigger calves.
That's true, actually. He does need those.
Some fucking huge calves. Because he used to be really large. But he vapes so much now that he lost 70 pounds.
Like flesh Uggs.
They're like those 80s socks, but with meat.
Yeah. Yeah, like leg warmers, but it's meat.
Oh, man. What goes over here? Wait, I got it. I got it.
Oh boy, here we go. What's that say? Wait.
I'll make this clearer in a second.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Crossed out. Right. All right. Yeah. I'm down. I'm with you there.
I need to know right now how many times in America this has occurred. Because you know that it's actually happened.
I've seen this man at Walmart. I have. I've been in line behind him.
It's not nearly as cool as he looks. He's a nightmare.
I have watched Honky Bob argue with a customer service agent because he didn't have the receipt for his return and fucking threatened to shoot her and then get escorted out of the building. I've seen this man do this.
He had on an underwear mask.
Indeed he did.
Oh, Honky.
Fucking drops his vape juice in the middle of the aisle. Some old lady slips on it while she's trying to shop for groceries.
Oh my god. Honky Bob. You're all of America.
This is what it means to be an American, I feel like. This is the American dream.
America. America.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, this is you.
These are the real patriots, man.
These are the ones out here just doing it. Oh, I forgot about his suspenders.
He's got a
inexplicable
flag
suspenders.
outside of his. He's got two flags outside of his mobile home. One is the American flag, and one is the NASCAR logo.
You mean the American flag?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. We've made so much progress while you were gone, Zach.
I am quite sorry about that. Kid had a
No,
meltdown.
it's fine.
Now he just looks like he's shot. With this addition of suspenders, it just looks like he's walking out of a Hot Topic.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Like I said, he's your Uncle Bob, but if you went to a Korn concert, like
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's where he goes. It's like the Young Life kids, right? The ones that would convert you to Christianity. They go to cool places where cool, quote unquote, cool kids hang out, and then they try to talk to you about America.
He complains that Hot Topic has like lost their charm because it's not about like music and goth culture anymore. But he still shops there.
They don't even have any Fear Factory shirts in here, fucking posers.
I was gonna say they don't sound.
Yeah, where's all the
any more
Invader
Fear
Zim
Factor.
merch, huh?
What
What happened to all the Sublime T-shirts?
I can't get my Family Guy
Sublime
shirts here anymore. This
t-shirts.
is bullshit.
Think about this aesthetic. And
You
anything
used to
you'd
be
like
able to
add.
get a T-shirt with Stewie Griffin on it, flipping you off. What happened to this
What
country?
happened to this country?
This is
What
this
happened
world
to this
coming to.
country? Let
You
me
used
say,
to be able to get a bumper sticker of Calvin pissing on a cop, and now you can't do that anymore.
Flicking you off. Pissing on any PC logo you ever wanted it to.
That's when
This-
Honky
no.
Bob appears, when somebody utters, "What's happened to America?"
This Honky Bob has a decal on the back window of his truck, which is a Punisher logo with the colors of the Thin Blue Line flag.
Yes, he does. Yes, he very much does.
I was
With stickers that say, "I don't really care, do you?"
He's got like a bunch of empty cans of Monster in the back of his truck that
it's
he
like
just
full
throws
of empty Monster cans, like the whole entire bed of the truck.
Yeah.
And then somewhere randomly it just says fueled by Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's got a tattoo of Code Red. Mountain Dew Code Red. As Sean has kindly
right there on
illustrated
that,
for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say right there on that shoulder.
It looks more like a
Seems some
Slipknot tattoo,
really
but
good real estate for a Monster logo or a fucking Red Bull.
hold on. Think about if you want to add anything aesthetically to Bob.
No, Red
Bobbus.
Bull's too classy.
I'll be right-
That-
I'm
that's
right
for
back.
the.
I gotta be honest. This just jumps right off the page, or jumps right off the page from out of my brain what it was looking like. So I'm very pleased with that, and I would say, and I'll repeat it for him when he comes back, so he can add it in. I would say the only things I probably would add is maybe some close to knee-high tube socks on that bad boy.
Oh
with-
yeah, there we go.
And again, I think this would just be very tasteful, having just like an anklet holster of a tiny revolver that he just calls the missus, or just like the
Oh
fucking
yeah.
he calls it lawgiver for some reason.
He's got two of them. He's got one on his right leg called Law, and the other one on his left leg called Order.
Like, he doesn't carry any gun holsters on his waist. He just carries them all on his ankles.
On his ankles. Yeah, and he's like really awkward when he bends down to pull them out.
There's no practical use whatsoever of having ankle holsters, gun ankle holsters. But every time he does it, he either just like rolls to his back and lifts his legs over his head to grab them.
He bends down to grab the guns off his ankles, and then his jorts are just a little too tight, so you see like a lot of crack when he bends over.
You get a lot of male camel toe as he bends over.
You get just so much crack and balls, like
that every time he reaches for his ankle holsters, it's just like an action move where he dives to his back and throws his legs over his head and just draws them both simultaneously. Right. Just like,
yeah,
while his legs are still over his head.
Yeah. John, we gotta catch you up, Sean.
Yeah, I was saying this picture really jumps off the page from my mind, and I would say that the only two add-ons for me would be ankle high tube socks, and he would have gun holsters on his ankles.
Yeah.
And not on his
hips. The names we decided for his guns on both his ankles is the one on, I think, the left was called Law, and the one on the right was called Order.
And there would be no practical way for him to draw the guns from his ankles except to do in like an action move where he just like rolls to his back and throws his legs over his head and draws them from his hands. It's just like, and then his legs are still over his head. He's just like,
right, yeah. No, he's like on the ground, and his legs are up like this, and then his arms are between his legs, like pointing the guns.
So it has to be like the handles are out here. It's like a Bayonetta scenario where this is the clip of the gun.
So he could,
and the bottom handle,
and
then the trigger guard is like right here.
Yeah, and I'm going to apologize to everyone because I'm going to try and imitate it on the camera while I do it. But he goes,
"Oh boy, here we go."
It'd be my yoga. They just shoot right out of his heels, like Bayonetta.
And he's doing that the entire time, just shooting through his legs.
Right.
Like, I feel like there was a movie that does that where the character just falls and just shoots between his legs all the time. Almost kind of like Loaded Weapon. Did you ever see, Sean, you back me up on this. Have you ever seen Loaded Weapon? Probably not. Quickest reference I can pull is from Loaded Weapon, and Loaded Weapon was a parody movie of buddy cop movies, and Emilio Estevez is supposed to play like the Mel Gibson like loose gun character, and every time he gets into a shootout, his first move is immediately to dive on the ground and start rolling and shooting his gun. And I just imagine it that like Honky Bob's immediate reaction to any gunfight is to just dive on his back, throw his legs over his head, and start shooting from his shooting out from his crotch.
Oh, he's got a third one. That is a gun in his pants, but don't worry, he's still happy to see you.
He's
Honky, you always
guns
get me.
Akimbo. Anyways, Honky Bob is a conspiracy of Project 2025 to replace Uncle Sam. And that is the conspiracy that I've come to. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
And he's this man who you've
And he is this man.
Every fucking gas station ATM.
Every gas station ATM.
Why does he always carry so much cash?
He is
Oh, it's because he's a meth dealer.
He's a drug dealer. He deals only in cash, so there's no trail.
Yeah,
or
he
good
sells
bartering.
oxys at Slipknot concerts.
He will accept sexual favors as payment.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. From family.
it back.
How do we how does anybody follow that up?
I feel like that's the
I don't
icing
know.
on
All
the
I
cake
know
there.
is that the title of this episode is indeed Honky Bob, and the thumbnail is this image.
Yeah.
I gave you a side by side and
or
a top
whatever-
down of how he shoots his. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it was inspiring to try.
Listen, you have a lot to work with, I feel like. So I just cannot wait to see what Honky Bob looks like at the end. And I do hope we get some action shots, too, of him shooting between his legs.
I want to draw this man, too. I might take a crack at that, not gonna lie.
I really would need like a stunt double to just go and perform the maneuvers and have them recorded just because it's so satisfying in my head that...
Oh, but also, his jorts are too tight. So every time he does that maneuver, his pants rip down the middle, and so
You get like a testicle that pops out one of the legs.
yeah, that's when the third gun comes out, along with a lot of balls.
A lot of ball.
A lot of
saggy
ammunition.
balls.
A lot of ammunition.
Lots of ammo. Plenty of ball juice.
Oh.
I like how this at the top looks like women McDonald's me. Me.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Fish fear me.
Oh man, I didn't talk a lot of this episode because I was thinking pretty hard about how I was going to draw Honky Bob. So pressure off now.
I really hope I gave you something to work with.
What do you mean it's done?
I believe we gave Sean plenty to work with. Anyway, if we ever do merch, it's this.
Yeah, Honky Bob is top of the list.
Honky Bob's first.
He's gonna be our
Sassy
flagship.
Honky Bob.
He's gonna be a
I
flagship character.
definitely I actually want a T-shirt that says "I don't call the cops, I call your mom."
And then whatever a Call of Duty logo, like an
Yeah.
old one.
Yeah, the dude with just two guns, like
Yeah,
Honky Bob with his two revolvers, Law and Order.
Law and Order.
There are so many perspectives I want to draw that from that are just, they're going to be so hard to anatomically.
No, I'm really I'm gonna have to get you one of those little figures that you can like move around and draw for just figure.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll get one of those 3D models you can get.
The 3D
online
models that you can shape or whatever.
for like
and move
posing,
around.
for drawing, and I'll just like
use
dive
for
their head in
perspective.
between their legs.
Because I want like a forward-on shot, a frontal shot looking down the barrel, like you're looking down the barrel of his ass, and you see two guns pointing out at you in a face just between them, like.
Two wide third panels. One is from his face or from his guns back to his face, and then his ass, like front forward, guns blazing off the sides of the panel or where the fire from the barrels are going, and then the panel underneath it is the exact opposite shot. It's from his ass.
Yes.
Perspective sight lines all the way down to his hands in between his legs, shooting guns between his feet.
And
He has to cross his arms to do it.
And every time he achieves a perfect like knee lock in both of his legs and like a perfect split.
No!
Like he's fucking
Whenever
like he's a dancer.
Whenever he crosses his arms to shoot his guns, it makes whatever sound that wrestling group that used to do the cross on their crotch did. Whatever sound it made when they did that.
Generation X.
Yes, that.
Fireworks immediately go off when he does it.
He's got fireworks loaded into his etnies.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah, hey, it's me, the fourth co-host of this podcast, Honky Bob. Make sure you draw me with like really rippling muscles and put an American flag behind me.
And I'm all oiled up.
Put the stars and stripes in there, brother.
Kid Rock plays in the background.
It just made the worst noise.
Just ball with the ball.
Yeah, it's just building in the background. With the ball, the bang, diggy.
And give me a sick fucking Corvette.
What is Honky Bob's car?
It's a
A
truck.
Camaro. It's a Camaro.
It's either like a Pontiac Thunderbird,
It's a discontinued
T-roof.
Camaro.
Right,
Camaro,
from, like,
or
the
a big
90s.
truck, a Dodge truck,
Or a Sunfire.
or a Third.
Whatever it is, it has a back seat that's covered in Monster cans, and then the trunk contains his toolbox and a
God.
shitload of meth.
No, dude, he drives a Dodge Neon. Out of nowhere, he just drives a Dodge Neon.
That's pretty accurate. He's borrowing it off of his mom.
He looks like the kind of dude that drives a truck, but then he walks out to the parking lot and starts getting into a Dodge Neon, and people see him he's like, the truck's in the shop, and she drives away.
The truck's in the
With
shop.
Kid Rock playing on his radio that comes out, that ejects from the actual stereo system. He's
Trucks
got one
in
of
the
those.
He still
shop.
keeps
He
CDs
carries
in
his
his
stereo
car, though.
around with him. He's one of the
Oh.
like fucking MacGruber. He carries his stereo around with him. He inserts it and pulls it out every time he leaves.
I'm gonna blast Kid Rock in this entire Walmart, and nobody's gonna stop me. Who's gonna stop me? You? I'll kill you.
With the power of Kid Rock and anime on my side.
Ah!
Who's that band that did "Come Come My Lady"? He's just really into Uncle Cracker and
Crazy Town. It was
Crazy
Crazy Town.
Uncle Cracker and Crazy Town. Those are his two big ears.
He wrote a song called Mi Wanda Punani, and he got mad that Steven Seagal ripped it off.
He was so ready to appropriate Jamaican culture too, and then he was like, "Nope."
What's
Seagal
Steven
beat me
Seagal
to
doing?
it.
Quintessential Rastafari move?
Must have been a cash
We've been
grab.
recording for nearly 2 hours, guys.
This one's off
is
the
a
rails.
specialized episode.
It's gonna be some cuts.
This is Honky Bob's episode. At some point, he just took the reins of it.
The origin of
and
Honky Bob.
It's his podcast now.
Listen, you coming out of this, you've got to be on the lookout for Honky Bob. He's going to be popping up everywhere in media. You're
We
going to
could
see
find
him.
a place that we could all draw and we could do like a Fantastic Corpse. Is that what it's called?
Exquisite Corpse.
Exquisite Corpse. Thank
There
you.
are apps that can do this. I forget. what
Where
they're
we all
called.
are able to draw together.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we
I've
should
done
do
it
something
before.
like that, because that would be a great episode where we're just like, hey, let's try and create, the three of us try and create one character. We get 3 different versions of it or some shit
All right.
or something. Time
Something.
to, Sean's the artist. You guys are the artists.
I'm
you
just gonna
spearhead
probably
that
find a
episode.
way to make a DILF version of Honky Bob. That's probably all I'm gonna do.
We're gonna do
have juicy
different
lips.
versions of Honky Bob.
Our fourth co-host,
Honky Bob.
the
wants
creator of
you.
this podcast.
Honky Bob.
Honky Bob wants you for the U.S. Space Force.
I could
Honky Bob wants you to build the wall.
Wants you to buy American.
There has to be less cool shit in this somehow. I think the
Honky
glasses
Bob wants
put it
you
way
to
too
buy
far over the
American.
top of like, man, he looks cool to hang out with. That is what he's going for. That is
He
the
might
character
need a fanny
motivation.
pack.
Recruit kids.
Oh, he's got a holster for all of his vape cartridges.
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't I think of this? He should have a pedophile list somewhere on him available at all times.
A what?
A pedophile list.
What is
You
that?
missed it.
No, opponents of conservatives are always pedophiles now. That's the line.
Oh,
Podiatrists.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's got to have an easily accessible
list of podiatrists.
podiatrist
Those
manual.
children
Yeah,
touchers.
do us all a favor when you edit this and bleep out whenever you say that, because otherwise the algo is gonna destroy us So
We're getting so many hits with these right-wing politicians. What's going on here?
The word from here on out, somebody else has to remember it, is podiatrist. That's the replacement word. Podiatrist.
That's the secret word. That's
So
the
you
code
can
word
confuse people of science.
for those.
he's got a bumper sticker that says "Lock her up."
on his jeans.
And another one that says "Not my squad."
That's what's his face.
And
is.
another one that says "Let's go, Brandon."
Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Yep.
I feel like in 3 more months that's going to be a dated reference that nobody understands anymore.
It's gonna somehow have faded with the freaking sign of the times.
That was a little microcosm.
He's got one of those Daily Wire mugs. Oh, whoops, sorry. He's got one of those Daily Wire mugs that you only get if you pay like $100 a year.
He's got the Trump high tops.
You get them with your Truth Social subscription.
Mm-hmm. You know he has a Truth Social subscription.
Is that still a thing? Did that last?
I'm sure it's gotten a lot of fuel now.
Well, now it's a .gov.
It's honestly like they don't need to do right-wing social media apps anymore. They have Twitter. They can just use that.
This is true.
Just
They
Call
didn't
of
used
Duty
to have
and Twitter.
Twitter, but they have it now.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Didn't Elon Musk call himself Dark Gothic MAGA?
Oh yeah,
He's been on
I have the
Twitter
TikTok
for way
on
too
hand
much.
somewhere if you need it.
I'm Dark Gothic MAGA.
Bob the
I
drag
am Elon
queen
Musk.
did
Dark Gothic MAGA.
Fucking, he's been online for too long. That's the most terminally online shit ever said by a billionaire. He needs to get off Twitter and touch grass.
Oh yeah. I wish that I could.
Grass is a simulation.
I wish I could make you hear the sound of the thing that I need to play here.
Oh boy, are you gonna screen share it?
This is
Do we get
No
to-
way. I
do we get to
think there's a
experience
way to
this
do
together?
this.
This is what we'll be signing
I think there's
off
a way.
on.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
All right. Well, we would like to thank Unveiling Nightmares for hosting our podcast.
Indeed.
And I don't know, publishing our books and stuff like that. You're a real one. Thanks. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
to all you folks for listening in to us. This is certainly a feat for us living in all different time zones to do this, so we certainly appreciate you guys listening in on us. Like Dev said, thank you to Unveiling Nightmares, our publishers. Check out all of the authors on Unveiling Nightmares. Check out our stuff. You will find our pages down in the dibbity-doos. Thank you to Bottle Rat for supplying our theme song. The song is called Teenage Jacket off the album All My Friends Are Animals. Check them out. They're on all your music platforms.
Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you made it this far in the video, comment Bob's your uncle.
And keep an eye out for Honky Bob. If you want to contribute to any of our Rad Lib episodes or to any of our episodes, send a comment.
It also, my Twitter handle is just at devsolovey. If you see Honky Bob out in the wild, like if you see this man, take a picture of him and send it to me.
They're out there, folks.
Photographers,
We want to
please.
see. We want to see your Honky Bobs.
He is not an urban
Local
legend.
Honky Bobs.
Thank you again. We are Party Bonus.
Bobby.